China is the world's largest emitter of carbon dioxide. As a result, the country has a disproportionate effect on climate change. 13 on your side meteorologist Michael Barron shows us how those climate changes are affecting the conditions for the Winter Games, both over the years and in Beijing.
Yeah, that's right, Juliet. The climate change and the warming Earth have really taken a toll on the number of cities you could expect to be a reliable host for the Winter Games. The data beside me here shows into the future. If trends continue, looking at past host cities, only a fraction of those would still be viable locations. And this year in particular, an unprecedented occurrence has taken place with regard to the need for artificial snowfall. So for more on that, we spoke to Dr. Walker Ross, an assistant professor of sports management at Florida Southern College, for his take and research on the issue.
Every Olympic Winter Games since the 90s, since basically 1992, has used artificial snow. But this will be the first event that is 100% dependent upon artificial snow. They were not going to have natural snowfall. Most artificial snow is created using massive amounts of water, but also chemicals that help the snow stick on the ground a little bit longer. We've been under the impression that the snow in Beijing is not using those chemicals, so it is just 100% water. But if it sticks on the ground longer, that can impact the vegetation underneath that might be trying to grow through in the spring. And from an athletic standpoint, most of the athletes have been complaining about the quality of the snow because artificial snow is so much harder than natural snow. It hurts to fall on. I think that this is a sign of things to come, and not that we are never going to have natural snow ever again, but that the pool of potential host cities for a Winter Olympics is going to shrink. There's been some research out there to suggest that out of all the cities that have previously hosted the Winter Olympics, if the current trends on climate change continue, only one of those 18 previous cities will actually be a viable host in the future.
Certainly some startling statistics there, because, if these trends don't change, well, our Winter Olympics of the future could be looking very different, guys.